Heart-wrenching stories these days, but this one you'll never forget. A nurse, pregnant and taking care of coronavirus patients in Brooklyn until she got the virus and then went on a ventilator and then went into cardiac arrest. Now, this woman who spent a career caring for patients is now a patient who needs caring for full time. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager.
I said to her, the worst is behind you. You know, you're going to be okay.
But Shirley Lisson tells us the cruelty of COVID-19 is its devastating twists and turns, and her beautiful sister seems to have suffered the worst of them. 35-year-old Sylvia Leroy, a pregnant nurse from Brooklyn, first feeling symptoms in mid-March. She was working here at Brookdale Hospital in the labor and delivery unit, but it was hard hit with coronavirus from the start.
The hospitals would not test them. They're not testing doctors. They're not testing the nurses, even if they're sick.
So Sylvia waited a week for her test, but by then
she was going to need a ventilator. They were seeing that, but they didn't have any readily available.
And the conditions inside Brookdale worsening.
No one came in to clean her. She slept in her own urine. The charge nurse told Sylvia to change her own IV bags. I have text messages from her saying, tell my story. This was the hospital where my sister worked for 7 years.
And so she shared the anguish on social media, and Sylvia was transferred to Mount Sinai here in Manhattan, where she got much better care, a host of medications, including remdesivir, which led to improvement. She came off a ventilator after a week and was awake.
Everyone celebrated. Our entire family celebrated.
But just 3 days later, a phone call that Sylvia was in cardiac arrest.
The doctor is crying. She's crying. And she said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then maybe I don't know, an agonizing minute or two, they said, we found a pulse.
Doctors delivered her baby, Esther, via C-section, but Sylvia's brain lost 4 minutes of oxygen before she was revived. Doctors aren't sure what led to her cardiac arrest, but her family is just now desperate to get her into a specialized rehab center for brain injury. Sylvia's job and her kind spirit kept her working at great risk.
And she said to me, this is an underserved community. Who is going to help them if I don't help them?
Her family starting a GoFundMe page and just hoping someone helps Sylvia now.